Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Sim. Thank you so much for the support. Hope you all are doing great. So, I am going to tell my people this: lose these people. They are never ever going to change. And to crown the whole thing up, they ended up getting a president like them too. So, it gives them the wing to keep flying and the opportunity to keep yapping because that is what they know how to do best. Yap, yap, yap. I call them keyboard warriors because for these people to wake up, go to a black person to tell the person that you have to enjoy Trump, baby, and then ended up get those cotton picking hands ready. That is to tell you the kind of people you all have been dealing with. Sincerely speaking, I am so grateful that I ventured into talking about black people because I never knew what my people have been going through. Not until I started seeing myself. Sometimes I sit down, I talk about it with my friends. There are like some things are unbelievable, but they are believable. But you know, sometimes it's like magic, but this is who they are. This is who they are. They are not going to change. When you talk about anti-racism work, you see, you are going to hear things like, teach me how to do it. These people have been living with black people for how many years and they know nothing about my people. Is it now that you are going to learn? Even if my people teach you from now to tomorrow, you will still not learn and you will still not do the job because you are only yapping. You are not going to do anything. Let's get into the.
If you follow this comment back, it will go to a video of a black woman. I'm going to show you a picture of her. Just get ready for it. Now, I bet you, diamonds to donuts, this is not that person. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm wrong for the one of the first times. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is exactly her. Maybe it is. Maybe it's the picture of a white woman that's passed away. Maybe it's the picture of the motherfucker who said this shit. Maybe it's his mom or her mom or whatever. But do you see her? Is it clear to you yet? Is it making any fucking sense yet? Let me clarify it a little bit more. I'm going to confess to something. Okay? There's no way in fucking hell anybody can walk around thinking I enjoy schooling white people. It is fucking impossible to think that. 53 years of my life, do you think I enjoy having to talk to Caucasian Americans about other Caucasian Americans and Caucasian American shit? Do I look like I'm having a fucking good time doing this? No. I have been accused of hating white people. I've also been accused of being racist to white people, which is part of the fucking problem. It's part of the problem. That part right there. You're being racist to me because I'm white. Have we really gotten to this place in history? Have we? So let me go ahead and say this. Again, I have to because it's weird. Those who are in the know. They know. If you get up every fucking morning to do anti-racism work, not I don't see color, anti-racism work, meaning you are confronting the biases and bigotry that you have been taught, the things that you have carried along, the ideas that you now realize are part of stereotypical thinking. If you were confronting mom and dad and uncles and aunts and brothers and sisters and loved ones, grandma, grandpa, your baby mama, your baby daddy, if you were doing that fucking work, I never have to tell you Hey, I ain't talking about you, because you already know. But I'm going to give you a little secret. Something all those bearded white men that swear I hate white people will never fucking tell you. They will never tell you this. I have a reason to. If I did, I'd have a fucking reason, because I'm going to tell you something. If you are truly doing anti-racism work, please understand something. You are one of six. One of six. Now, what do I mean by that? It's really simple. As hard as you are working to erase and unlearn the bullshit that you have been taught throughout your life, there are 5 other motherfuckers going backwards. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th. 5 of them going backwards. Not only are they embracing the fucking stereotypes, not only are they embracing the way those stereotypes make them feel, the superiority that they get from those stereotypes, but those motherfuckers are talking. I made a video, a couple of days ago, where I said for every one white woman that is trying to demystify white womanhood and confronting shit that is going on amongst other white women, there are 4 or 5 other fucking white women that could come in, walk right behind you, and fuck up your shit in seconds. You are trying to really, truly build solidarity between white women and black and brown and native and indigenous and Jewish and Asian and Pacific Islander and fucking native and indigenous and gay and femme presenting women. And within seconds, that shit could be wiped the fuck out. Wiped out by the next white woman that comes right behind you. It's the same thing with white people in general. This is why we don't want to be in y'all spaces. You want the truth there, fuck it. I don't think anybody else on TikTok's gonna tell you, so I'm gonna tell you. The reason we don't want to be in y'all spaces is because we don't know which one of y'all is gonna be either number 1 or number 6. It is a crapshoot every morning. If you're black, brown, native and indigenous, if you're Asian and Pacific Islander, if you're Jewish, if you're gay or femme presenting, walking your ass out the door, you don't know what the fuck you're going to meet. You don't. This is why that shit transcends politics. That's why we don't want to hear you're a Republican, Democrat, this, that. Fuck you. We don't know who we can trust. We don't. That's why we're fucking paranoid all the fucking time. We don't know. We don't know how much of your bullshit that you're either deconstructing or embracing has rubbed off to other fucking people. Walk around here fucking all the time. Shit, fuck. And why? Why? Because we understand that to do what we, and by we I mean any marginalized community content creator that does education and things of that nature, we understand that we got to keep talking until that 6 is 5 or 4 or 3 or 2. It probably will never be 1 because motherfuckers are putting that shit into their kids. But when I say it, I gotta be hating white people and be racist to white people. How? My wife is white than a motherfucker. She don't like some of you motherfuckers either. So explain it to me like I'm a fucking 5-year-old. How the fuck can you possibly think that I, who have never had power, never had position over any fucking white person whatsoever, can somehow be racist to you when I'm not even one of the people that invented that shit? And why is it that that's the easiest fucking explanation that you will give, rather than, oh, I don't know, I'm a racist dick? And for those of you who are doing anti-racism work, but you aren't seeing any inroads towards these communities that you are trying to do anti-racism work for, ask yourself this question. I really want you to think about it. This is part of that unlearning that you're going to need to do. If you had to live in a country that was built by racism, propped up by racism, steeped in racism, is in the bones of every aspect of this country, the laws, the legislation, and the executive power on both sides of the political fucking aisle. If you had to wake up every morning and walk out into that, not knowing who is doing the real true work of anti-racism and who is embracing the shit and everything that comes around it. If you had to watch as motherfuckers who literally have no content at all, very little following, but made an account just to say shit like this, would you not be paranoid? Would you just be a little bit paranoid? And if you can say yes to that, ask yourself, what would you do about it? This is not a marginalized people problem. It still is Caucasian people. Still. And yet some want us to do the work that they're too fucking lazy to do. Make it make sense.
It wouldn't be within my best interest to share my pro-black intersectional liberationist ideology in front of mixed company because I know too many people haven't done the work to receive what I have to say. And I can tell because there are way too many people choosing defense over decolonization. If you get defensive in uncomfortable conversations, you certainly can't handle radical conversations, and you damn sure can't handle decolonized conversations. I operate and exist in this world as a decolonized human. Mind, body, spirit, theory, and practice. That is something that a lot of y'all haven't done, and a lot of y'all can't even admit. And you weaponize intellectualism as a way to bypass that work. And then you end up falling short in your solidarity, waging war with people you claim to be in solidarity with who are more oppressed than you because you are being addressed for the ways that you operate within white supremacy. And you're not able to take accountability for the harm that you perpetuate against others because you can't see the harm that you are waging. But other people are feeling it and are being harmed by it. But you will double down on your racism just to avoid not being called out on it. And in turn, you will reveal that you haven't done a single step of the work in decolonizing your existence. It is completely futile to do work with anyone who does not have a decolonized existence. Too many people want a savior. We all have a responsibility of decolonizing white supremacy, and it's white people's responsibility to end white supremacy. But the reality is that when you are assuming the role of overseer over black people, you are just enforcing white supremacy over and over again. If you get upset and angry when a black woman is checking you, it's probably because you don't like that the colonizer in you is getting called out. A lot of y'all can't handle that. A lot of y'all will burn your bridges with black people and run back to white supremacy before you will admit that you are a white supremacist. And then you wonder why you're clocked as performative. It is performance. If you'd really done the work, you'd be disgusted at minimum. You would be disgusted with any form of white supremacy. You would be disgusted in misogynoir. You would be disgusted in anti-blackness in all forms. Featureism, texturism, colorism, fat phobia. You would be disgusted. But you're not. You're not. Or you might find it shameful when other people do it, but you don't find a problem when you do it. Because you can't even admit that you do it. Because when you're getting called out on doing it, you turn into a Karen and you crash out and you rally a mob against the exact people that you claim to be defending.
I'm gonna say this real nice and slow. Hopefully it'll get through y'all's thick ass heads. Being anti-racist does not mean, does not mean that you are against racism, nor does it mean that you don't like racism. That's just not being racist. That's the term for that. To be anti-racist, you have to be constantly, and I mean constantly, doing everything you can to counter all these biases that you have. Are practicing anti-racism, you need to acknowledge that you're not normal. You are a white person. What do I mean by that? I mean, if you go up to any white person and say, "What are you?" they'll probably be like, "I don't know, normal," because they're not used to being put in a label like, "Oh, this is white people shit. This is white people," unless they're around like people of color. Here's the thing, because white people have not been exposed to having identified themselves constantly because of like race or intersectionality or any of that, they tend to get triggered pretty quickly. Meaning, if you tell someone, even if you think it's gonna like help them, that something is racist, they're gonna be like, "Oh, you put lipstick in my Valentino bag." I know I made that a joke, but like, no, dead ass, they're gonna get so upset. They're like, "No, I'm not. No, I'm not." Sit with that emotion. Sit with that emotion and let yourself wonder, why am I bothered? Why am I so bugged by this? One time I saw a post that was a black girl having a quince, and for some, like, that shit pissed me off. And then I was like, it's tied to Latinidad and it's tied to Catholicism, and Afro-Latinas exist. Like, I forced myself to think that. Instantly, I was just like, oh, cool. Party. Let's do it. But facing those facts is fucking hard. Nobody wants to admit that they have these biases because they make them like a weirdo. But when we're able to acknowledge our position in society and how the racial world views literally everybody, it triggers people. It triggers people who are on top. That's why it's important. Sit with these emotions. Well, racism as a concept, racism as an action, as a feeling, all these verbs, bad. The word, you can say the word racist. It's not a terrible word. Like, it's not a slur. If someone says, "Hey, you're being racist," especially if it's a friend, says, "Hey, what you said was a microaggression. It was a little racist." They're not saying, "Hey, you're a bad person." They're saying, "Hey, I care enough about you and I want you in my life so bad, so much, that I want to correct something that you're saying that in another context would get you in really big trouble. People would not like that." It's, "Hey, your statement made me uncomfortable and I want to continue to be in your life. So let me tell you how I prefer to be called, acknowledged, personality," like, things like.
I need more white content creators to talk about race. I need more white content creators to talk about race on this app. There's a couple white people doing the proverbial Lord's work, but I'm not seeing enough of y'all. White people need to start speaking up about racism. They need to start calling racism out, and they need to start modeling anti-racist behavior for other white people. No matter how many which ways people like me, black people, other people of color try to explain and break down and point out and call in racism, anti-blackness, it's just never gonna land the same way if it's coming from a white person. White allies be talking about creating a physical shield, barrier protecting black people from danger when it comes to protests, etc. Y'all need to create a metaphorical shield on this app for black people and other people of color. I just don't see enough action from the anti-racist community. Maybe it's just not coming up on my FYP. A couple people do, shout out to that that one white boy who be like, "White people don't know how to eat food." There's a couple, but he's pretty much the only one. Him and a handful of people. And my FYP is full of discussions on race and anti-racism. So I should be seeing a lot of white people if they're out there. The more white people talking about anti-racism, calling out racism, modeling anti-racist behavior out there, the more change, the quicker change is going to really happen. I know that there's a lot of anti-racist white people out there, especially on this app. I know it. And I know y'all know what time it is. Y'all need to be in these TikTok streets talking about racism and anti-racism. As has been proven time and time again, they're not gonna listen to us. They're gonna listen to you. Not us. You. I want to see more of y'all on my timeline.
This is all I got from this video, and I am going to say this. It's actually very, I don't know how, but like, some people are really very ridiculous, sincerely speaking. Because, I mean, this comment was actually dropped on a black woman's video. Hope you know that. She was talking about racism, which she has like the video. She kind of had to mute the video, and or I think they eventually mute the video. That's why I am not bringing them in video. So she intentionally went there to write, enjoy Trump baby girl, get those cotton picking hands ready. Like, now let me tell us something. You see, anti-racism work is actually a must for these people. That is for those that really want to do it. But I do not believe it even when they are doing the anti-racism work, because you and I know what they can do and what they cannot do. They come out here and tell you, I am doing this. They go behind the door and tell you they are doing something different. So whether they do the job or they don't do the job, that is their problem. I don't think I am going to actually see them any different from what they have always been, because yeah, I have seen a whole lot of them, and I am not trying to change my mind about how they act, how they behave, probably because I see them talking about anti-racism and the rest of it. Now, if somebody could wake up and drop this kind of something for you in your on your like go to the comment section and drop this in the comment section, that actually tells you how the person think about you. I don't know if you want to do this for fun, or you want to troll, or you want to like it. I don't know, whichever way you want, or you want to trigger and all that. You are a horrible person. Now, let me tell us something. Each time Black people talk about their experiences with these people, it looks like they are exaggerating. I remember seeing somebody drop a comment on my video. I don't know if that was eventually removed. Like, stop talking about it. It is going to go away. Just shut up. Because this is for the 4th year I've been doing this work, right? The first year I started, I saw so many of this. Stop talking about it. It's gonna go away. Tell me how has it gone away? How has it gone away? How is it that are my people, are they not experiencing the same thing they've been experiencing since last 4 years? Right? Because some people are really very quick to come and tell you get over it, but they don't know what you are going through. I mean, it's so easy for you people to come to somebody's comment section and tell the person to get over it, when you do not want to understand the harm you all put that person through. You all think it's okay to tell somebody to get your hands ready for cutting. Now, I am going to say this to all these mayonnaise kind of people and all that. You know what? I think majority of you need to really go back and ask your ancestors what they did to people that look like me, because from there we can have a talk. But then I am not ready to talk to any of you, because even if I talk from now to tomorrow, you people will never listen. Right? You okay? I don't know, but if you want to trust somebody, go to your families. You can start with them. If you want to learn to throw, go and start with your family. At least it will give you an opportunity to see their reactions straight up. Go to your neighbors. You have neighbors. Go and meet your white neighbors. Throw them. Let's see how it goes. It is only when we talk about anti-racism work, then you all will start deflating. The tire will become straight up flat. You are automatically uncomfortable, because anything Black people say, it makes you uncomfortable. How will you be comfortable? Because they've been lying to you, and you personally do not also want to do your own research to know. But that is your problem, not mine. I am not going to teach anyone anymore, especially you people. And my people, I ain't teaching, because I see you all telling us, teach us how to do it. If I teach you how to, will you still do it? You will never do it. So there is no need teaching you. You all have lived with Black people for how many years, and you still do not learn. Is it today that you want to learn? No, you will still not learn, even if I talk to you. It is fun. It is funny, when it is not happening to you, not until you experience it. And then you see people running, but then you cannot experience it, because people that look like me do not have that power to give it. All this reverse something that you ought to reverse sources and you ought to, there is nothing like that. You all can get a hold of yourselves. Go and deal with your president, because that is the bone of contention this year and in the next how many years to come. It is only the rich white man telling a poor white man that his or her problem is people that look like me, when your problem is your next door person that is wealthy. How did they convince you people that it is me and my people that is doing you? I don't know. That is to tell you how tiny majority of you think. And not until you all wake up to start doing the work, you all are still stuck. Because I see majority of you that think it is Black people that it is going to affect. You are stuck. So much stuck. You don't even know it. You all need to open your eyes, your foresight. Bye for now.